Alright, what's going on, guys? So I got another video for you guys today. So my boy Leslie, he went to DreamHack Dallas and he DM'd me. He wanted me to VOD some of his games to tell him what he does better and his like games that he didn't really do that well in, like the end games. And so I checked it out and I decided to make it a YouTube video because I see these mistakes way too much in solos. So I want you guys to avoid these mistakes when you're playing stacked end games and the solo catch cups coming up, or if you decide to go to a LAN event, just make sure you don't make these mistakes. And yeah, let's get into it. So the first one right here, let's see. Um, okay. So we'll watch this one first. So right now he's having a good mid game. Like he's in fourth zone right here. He's 5-4-4. Good guns, but only minis. I don't like the only minis, though. You need to have at least double heal. But he probably just didn't find anything because his drop spot wasn't that good. So not really going to blame it on him too much. But just minis is not that great of a heal source just to have going into endgame. So let's just watch it, though. So let's see where half and half pulls. I remember this half and half pulls max. Let's
Thanks a
fast
lot,
forward a
Muga.
bit. And it does pull max, so it's going to be a little rough for him if he doesn't recycle a pad.
I hate this game
And
sometimes.
let's watch what he does to try and rotate this, okay?
Wait,
So zone has
that's a
10
zone
seconds, like at least 10 seconds right now on rotating.
I need to
So he's
find a
gonna have to
rotate.
think of something. He didn't decide to rotate
This kid doesn't
early
move his
on
XP
foot, so
over.
he's relying on a pad, which isn't my favorite
Only
play,
like this.
but it worked out for him well, because someone padded right above him, which is
We're
fine.
all hoping. Okay.
So look what he does here. He runs to the pad instead of
You're
full
so.
tarping to it, right? And when you run to the pad, you can get fried by kids that are looking back, first off. And then second, you can also get pumped. All he needs to do is be patient, tarp to the pad, never tack sprint to a pad, ever, never. Just never do that.
So
It's not
cringe.
smart. So now his game is
Actually
pretty much
cringe.
over since he has no whites, unless he gets a
He's
refresh.
landing on me,
Or like
right?
a lucky harpoon, like, harpoon some whites
He's
and then
so
he's chilling.
cringe. I should
But
have
yeah,
told.
right now his game's pretty much over. Unless he gets a kill. Unless he gets a kill. And he doesn't, unfortunately. So he gets a max pull first moving. And he doesn't have a pad, and no one pads near him. And then he kind of drones out a little bit here, but it's whatever. Because kids are looking back at him,
Bro,
obviously
like
he's just
no
going to
one's
get killed.
padding.
So yeah.
Who's going a pad?
So yeah, that was a big mistake from him. Before we get into this other mistake that I see that's very common in his other game, I'm going to pull up a Nani VOD real quick. Nani made the same exact mistake, and I should have calmed to him as a coach. Full tarp it. Like, do not. I should have told him to full tarp it or box and chug and then hit the pad. So I made a mistake as well, not telling him that, and he made a mistake as well. He panicked to try and go hit
Right.
a pad, so we're going to go find that right now. Here it is. So, okay, he's really stacked, just no pad, good heals, good mats, etc. So let's see how he dies. I'll turn the audio down because he does scream pretty
It don't
loud.
sound like no one's got one.
No one's padding, so he starts running. He hears a pad right here, right? And once you hear that pad, you box up with 4 chugs. You just box up. You wait for all the other kids to grief for the pad, and then you can hit it safely late. Instead, he just panic tack sprints to it, right? And then he gets pumped from behind, and he's still trying to jump on it instead of making another box to chug. Like, all he has to do is be patient. And then he dies on it and screams really loud. And it was his last game. He was top 10 going into this game. So just never, ever, ever tack sprint to a pad. It's just the dumbest thing you can do, and it's an easy way to die when you have good loot. So he doesn't finish top 10 because of this game. He can easily get a really good placement, way better than 16th, but he still played very well. So all right, so that's just one common mistake I always see, and now I'm going to pull up another one. I see this mistake a lot too, and not a lot of people know they're making this mistake. That's the biggest problem. You have to learn from this mistake as well.
Too
So
low.
Leslie is really stacked going into this end game here. Like, he must have had a beautiful mid game. He has a kill. He probably just got a kill before the end game even started. I don't know, but
Like,
he has great loot. I just don't like the one mini though, and triple gun. I don't like the triple gun either. I feel like triple heal is better in solos, but so let's see what he does. He pads safely. I like that. And let's see where he decides to land. Picking a safe landing spot is very important. I would land in storm. Yep, this is great. This is great. So now he boxed up. He's going to heal up with his med miss, which is fine. And now he's going to stagger, right? You always want to stagger for a purpose. And I guess his purpose right here is to maybe get a kill on backside. Let's see though. Okay, so he staggers, I think, too long right there. But it works out for him because he doesn't burn that many mats and he gets front side again. So yeah, that was actually a decent stagger, but I don't like staggering that long. I don't like staggering when Storm's on your back because you can get jumped on from behind. Okay, but he's in zone right here, so that was good. That was good. He didn't use that many mats. I like the layer change. And now he's going to stay ahead again. Really good. Barely burning any mats. And now he's going to look back and stagger again, which is fine. If I'm coaching him right here, I'm telling only stagger for a little bit, try and get a kill, and then you stay front side again. And right now, you're going to watch the biggest mistake ever because look at his mats. His mats are really good. Probably like 2-3-2 or 2-2-2. I can't see because it's really blurry. But those are solid mats. And look how long he staggers. He's going to stagger until zone is on his back, and he doesn't even get a kill or anything out of it. So it was like a stagger with no purpose, which is the worst thing you can do. And now he's burning his med mist with god mats. Like, yeah, it's 2-3-2. Those are his mats. He does not need to be burning his med mist until he's out of mats. But he burns it early, and now he's in a scuff layer, and this is just fucked, bro. Look at his HP. It's going to be so easy to die because all the kids in front of him are looking back. If he stayed ahead with his mats that he had, he would have been chilling. And now he's just dead to Storm,
Oh,
even
I
though he
killed
gets
him at
that
the same
kill,
time.
which is unfortunate. I was unlucky that he gets that kill, but that would have never happened if he just stayed ahead. So
Server lag literally
just
cost
remember
me.
after these two VODs that never tack sprint to a pad, always full tarp to it and be patient. And also, never stagger without a purpose. And when you stagger, you don't want to stagger too long. That's the thing. You need to stagger for a couple seconds. Try to get if he staggers for like 3 seconds, tries to get a kill out of it, gets nothing, and then stays ahead with his god mats, then he's chilling. He places way better this game. So yeah, just learn from it and implement it in your solo cash clubs. You guys will be chilling.